Welcome on in for today's college basketball pick video play heading into Monday's action for November 25th, 2019. As always, you can check out all of our college basketball picks for today, including our daily free pick over at stumpthespread.com, which is linked right at the top of the video description. So this is one of my favorite times of year in college basketball during the non-conference when we have a lot of these invitationals going on these neutral sites. So this one's going to be the Maui Gym Invitational, a first-round matchup here between Virginia Tech and Michigan State. And we actually feel like this could be a pretty competitive contest based on what both of these squads have shown out of the gate. Now, Michigan State coming in as rather considerable favorites, giving 11 points, but a lot of that is still predicated on the fact that the Spartans came into the season as the #1 ranked team in all of the country. They haven't quite looked like the best team, and they have slipped just a little bit in the polls down to number 3 overall, but all of a sudden their loss to Kentucky, that was their opening game on a neutral site by a final of 62-69. That loss doesn't look quite as good with how Kentucky has looked at this point, where they've been pretty inconsistent. Now, since then, the Spartans have picked up a pretty nice win on the road against Seton Hall, but that was against a Seton Hall opponent that was not at full strength. They won it by a final of 76-73. Michigan State themselves not at full strength. That's part of the reason why they probably haven't been able to live up to that #1 ranking that they had coming into the season. But their other two victories coming against mid-major opponents. The Spartans are averaging 83 points per game, giving up around 59. And their point differential is actually extremely close to what Virginia Tech has posted. So the Hokies, they've actually been quite a bit better than probably many were expecting coming into the year. They're at 5-0. They picked up a really great win on the road against Clemson. That was an ACC conference victory for them in their opening contest. And then since then, they've had 4 matchups at home against mid-major opponents, and every single one of those has been blowout wins for the Hokies. Very similar numbers, actually, in contrast to the Spartans, where Virginia Tech, they're averaging 80 points per game, giving up around 55, and essentially the same point differential that we're seeing from the Spartans. We actually feel like this has the ingredients to be a highly competitive affair on the neutral site out at the Maui Invitational, and as a result, we feel like Virginia Tech giving the 11 points is going to be a pretty solid value bet. So that's where we're siding this one, guys, going with Virginia Tech getting those 11 points. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down, and check out all of our college basketball picks for today over at stumpthespread.com, and that link is posted right at the top of the video description.